Hey there everyone, this is Dave aka the devil from cheathappens.com, and today we're going to hack Tidina's Wonderlands uh, using Aurora. Of course the CoSMOS, which is integrated into Aurora, and cover up the basics of game hacking like unknown initial value and exact value search and so on. So, without further ado, run Aurora, launch Aurora, make sure it's the latest version, and run the game as well, which I have it ready here already. So, click here, CoSMOS icon, select the process, hit OK. Now you'll be present with this tiny window here. This window. So get back in the game, and for this, as the first option, we're going to start off with gold, which, as you can see on the screen, which it's shown exactly as what it is. 38. Let's hope that it's the same as exactly as what is shown. So get back to CoSMOS, Aurora I mean. So enter 38, hit the first scan, and wait for the scan to finish. Now the scan duration and time is totally depends on your system, your CPU, and of course your system's performance. Just have patience and wait for the scan to finish. As you've seen, it may become unresponsive, it may lag, but it's okay. That happens because it's doing its job. It's searching the entire memory, and that takes time. So, get back to the game, earn some gold. So, we've added 45 gold. No, actually, we've added 10 more gold to our total gold. Now we have 45 gold. So get back to CoSMOS, Alt Tab, and enter 45 here. Hit the next scan and wait for it to end, to finish. As I said, as I mentioned, the scan time and duration completely depends on your system's performance, such as CPU, RAM, and so on. But technically speaking, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is a heavy game. It's a heavy load. It really pushes even the strongest and fastest PCs in the market to the limit. So it's normal that the scan is taking a long time. Just relax and give it some time to finish. Okay, that was awkward. I believe I made a mistake by selecting the wrong scan type as the next scan. So it doesn't matter. This could be a great example of after messing up something, how to fix it. For example, so 45 first scan. It's okay if the window becomes unresponsive. Just wait it out. Get back to the game. Just because I messed up the next scan, I have to do it again. It's okay. We wasn't that far anyway. Now we've got 52 gold as seen on the screen. So enter 52. Next scan type is select exact value. Do not repeat the same mistake as I did. Yeah, be careful and hit the next scan as the exact value. So get back to the game. Now we have to technically speaking, now we have to repeat this process until we're left with fewer results, with less and less results. So now we've got, I think, around 10 addresses or so, which we're not sure which one is the real one, as the others are just shadow copies. Normally there's just one address for each object in the game. So increase the gold. And we've got 77 gold, so enter 77 and scan type, make sure it's exact value. Again, not the same mistake as mine, so hit the next scan. Now we're left with 5 addresses. So add all of them to the list by selecting. We could also use Shift A. And one of these addresses are the real address, which game uses to store the gold. It uses as a temporary storage to store the gold. So in order to find the real address, we're going to we need to go through test and trial. So change one of the addresses. You can start at the bottom or wherever you like, to your desired value. Now the gold changed, but we're still not sure whether that's the real address or not. In order to make sure, you need to gain some gold. So the game makes the changes, and then we can see the real address. As you can see, the gold went back to the same value as it was, plus whatever the game gave us, which means that wasn't the real address. That was just visual. We have visually modified the value. So we remove that address from the list. Change another one, get back to the game. Now the address, now the value may not change immediately. The changes may not take effect immediately, because that's just how the game is coded. It's exactly like this in some games. Value changes. I mean, you change the value, you modify it using a memory scanner, such as CoSMOS, But then the changes on the screen doesn't take effect until the game makes the changes. I think you catch my drift. So, as you can see, we've changed this one. As you've seen, I've changed this to 300. Gameplay gave us 25, and now we've got 325, which was 102, which means we're on the right path. And to this point, if you have followed the steps that I have just showed you, you should have the same results as me. Of course, with a different address, since that's a dynamic memory location, which is allocated by the game to temporarily store the value. Except that you should end up with the money address. Now you can change this to whatever you like. For example, this value, unlimited. Freeze it. You will also click this to freeze it. As you can see now, we've got 1 billion gold. So, next thing we're going to try and find the health address. Now, as shown on the screen, it says that we've got 169 health. But I'm not sure whether that's the real value. I mean, that's the health value as it's shown on the screen. If really it is. So in that case, when you're not sure about whether the value it is as it is shown in the game, all you have to do is just do an unknown search. So as the first scan, we're gonna select the unknown value. Hit the first scan. Please do note that as well. Whenever you're not sure about the value, whether really it is as it is shown on the screen, then you go for unknown value. So the scan is done. Now we have to lose some health. Okay, because of the armor, which it also auto recovers, we won't be able to get to the health. So we're gonna go for the armor. So pause the game while the armor is decreasing to use it on our advantage. So get back to CoSMOS. Select decreased, the next scan. So get back to the game. Again, as you saw in the game, we lost some more armor. So get back to CoSMOS, hit the next scan as decreased again. Again, the same process, repeat it until you're left out with fewer results. Again, decrease. Wait for the armor to recover. Okay, it recovered a little bit. Select scan type increase as the next scan. Hit the next scan. Again, increase. And repeat the process. Now here's a trick. Sometimes you may end up with so many addresses, so many, which that's gonna make it ugly, hard, really hard to perform a test and trial. So what you can do in that case, here's the trick. Technically speaking, our armor didn't change since our last scan, right? So as the next scan type, select unchanged, hit the next scan, and this is going to filter out the addresses, unnecessary addresses from our target address. Go in the game, shoot something, move around, jump, but that affected our armor somehow. So get back to the memory scanner. Wait, and you have to wait for the value to recover itself. Otherwise, we will lose our target address as well. So hit the next scan. Get back to the game, jump around, again unchanged. Again unchanged. So get back to the game, shoot something, lose some armor, and decrease. You gotta keep repeating the process till you are left out with fewer results. Okay, sounds like we've got so many shadow copies of the armor. So we're gonna have to go for a little test and trial. So select all, right click, add selected items to the list. So as you can see in the addresses, we've got 1-200, which it is exactly as what's shown in the game. Let's see if that's what we're looking for. That wasn't. So means that's nothing but a shadow copy. Just remove the selected item. Now this shows that as 200 and as 400, which is twice as what we see as armor in the game. So change it. Again, no. So looks like our value, our target is float. Means the armor value is stored as floating point. Since this is like a mini CoSMOS of the real CoSMOS, we won't be able to model, and we're limited. So that means we won't be able to limit to change this. Sorry, to change the address type. So all we can do now is just freeze them to find the real armor address. So just freeze a couple of addresses. We still lost some. We still lost armor. So remove those as well, and freeze 10 more. That wasn't the real address as well. Really didn't change much. Judging by the value, that's a floating point. So just carry on like this. Freeze 10 more. As you can see, we're not losing any armor anymore. That means we have found our real armor address. Now in between all of these addresses, there is only one real address. Let's see which one is the armor address. All it takes is just some test and trial. Some more test and trial. Again, those two weren't the game. They're losing armor. Just relax and carry on. Still losing armor. Just relax and carry on the process. Test and trial. As you can see, the value of the armor has stopped recovering. It neither goes up or higher down. So it means our value, our target is one of these addresses. You just gotta see which one. We're so close. We're not gonna give up on it. And that leaves us this address. That wasn't it again. So you just gotta keep looking. I may have missed one address. Sometimes when the results are high, too much, it just just harder to filter it out properly. There's also a possibility of having two addresses controlling the object. There's also that possibility. So, just by watching the screen, unfreeze the addresses. So recovering again. This is a bit confusing, I know. Okay, finally we've got what we were looking for. I know that took a long time, but hey, you've got a hell of an experience, adventure. So let's unfreeze this and let it rest to recover. Okay, it's one of these three addresses. Sometimes, rarely, in some games, there are two addresses controlling one object. And that's rarely the case. That's rarely the case. Sometimes in some games, for example this one, two addresses at the same time are controlling the same object. Sometimes it happens. Okay, we've got what we were looking for. This is the real address. The others are just on screen or so. And my bad, it wasn't two addresses controlling the same object, but that can happen too in some games. It totally depends on how the game is coded. So, I know that was a long explanation. Sorry about that, but I just wanted to go through the details thoroughly. You see, I just want you guys. I just wanted you guys to see how it's done. Really, the whole test and trial process, the whole unknown initial value and such. So now you can remove the rest of the addresses and keep that one. So. And that's it. If you're looking for more advanced tutorials, you could also check out the other tutorials on our website. So that was it for this tutorial. We will see each other again in the next tutorial.